back to my channel. Today we are doing week 3 of fall, and I'm starting out the day by just looking through all of the weather reports, the fortune teller, living off the land, all of that good stuff. After looking through all of that, I checked my mail and I had a mini fridge from Gus and some hay from Marnie. And I also had some mail from Mayor Lewis telling me that the Stardew Valley Fair is tomorrow, where I'll bring 9 items of relatively good quality to be judged and, fingers crossed, beat Pierre, like we do every other year. After we said hello to our animals, I grabbed some more pumpkins that were ready. Then I had some corn, grapes, and a handful of different fall forageables ready as well. As soon as I see that a train is passing through Stardew Valley, I go ahead and go up there. And I like going as soon as possible because it usually drops a lot of good things like rocks, coal, sometimes it'll drop clothing items. It's just kind of random, but every now and again you'll get something good, even mystery boxes and geodes. After getting a bunch of goodies, I ran over to Pierre's and I stopped by the bulletin board to see if there was anything new. And as soon as I was done with that, I ran over to Clint's to open up some of these items. Then I went over to the museum to donate some more items. And now that I have a prize ticket, I went over to Mayor Lewis's to get some more mystery boxes. And after that, I decided to go down to the beach to get my crab pots. Then I donated some items to the community center. And with that, we finished the boiler room. And as we went to bed on day 15, we have the mine carts. This is going to be so crucial for those late nights in the mines when we're just trying to go back and forth between the mines and home and town, and it's great. I'm excited. I'm very happy. And at the end of day 15, we ended up making $5,667. Before heading over to the fair on day 16, I grabbed a couple eggplants and I had some fruit in the fruit cave. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and deposit my items. And I am going to go ahead and play a ton of games just to get a bunch of coins so that I can spend some money and get some good things at, I guess, Pierre's little mini pop-up shop. After a little bit at the fair, I always like going to the crystal ball just to see what could be in my future, and I think I like this one. The one thing that I always make sure to get, especially at the very first fair, is to get a star drop, because to reach perfection you have to be able to find and eat all of the star drops for 100% perfection. It reminds me of zombies. I don't know why that's the thing that I chose, but I think zombies are fun, so. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna have Lewis go ahead and judge all of the displays. Before we find out who the winners are, I always like to talk to the competition, especially my biggest enemy, Pierre. And it's time for the results, and unfortunately we did get second, but next year, Pierre, I am coming for you next year. At the end of day 16, we ended up making $3,777. On the morning of day 17, I went ahead to the community center to finish up a couple of these bundles. I went over to Clint's. I donated some items to the museum. Cashed in my prize ticket. And as I was going to give Sam a gift, I actually stumbled upon a little cutscene with him and Sebastian. And after that, I spent the rest of the night in the mines. And at the end of day 17, we got level 9 foraging. And we made $2,014. On day 18, we woke up and decided that I needed some more bait. Then I ran over to the community center and spent the rest of the day in the mines. And at the end of day 18, we made $4,116. On day 19, we woke up to mail from Caroline asking for a pumpkin. After getting some refined quartz, I had a bunch of crops ready. Then I went down to the beach to fill up my crab pots. After that, I went to Clint's to open up a handful of geodes and a mystery box. And then, per usual, I had some items to donate to the museum. And of course, I stopped by the community center. Then I went to the secret woods. And after that, I thought that I was supposed to use hardwood to fix this bridge, and then I had the sad walk home after I realized I just need regular wood. But when I had the correct resources, I was finally able to fix that little bridge that connects the beach to the little mini beach thing. And at the end of day 19, we made $11,828. On the morning of day 20, we said hello to the animals. did a little bit of foraging. Stopped by the bulletin board. And bought some seeds from Pierre. After that, I went over to Clint's. Then to the community center. And then I chopped down a bunch of trees. And at the end of day 20, I reached level 10 farming, and I believe I chose the shepherd, I think. It's hard whenever I don't know, it's been a while. At the end of day 20, we made $3,377. On the morning of day 21, we woke up to some mail from Marnie saying that she has now an auto grabber in stock, and it's $25,000. I think it's pretty funny that she didn't put the price on the first page, but she put it on the second one. I don't know, I just think it's kind of comical. After picking some crops, I ran over to the woods and cheated my way, again, per usual. But then I ended up just staying in the mines for a while, trying to slay some ghosts. And since it was the last day of being able to slay the ghosts, I went over to the wizard right before he closed so that I could let him know that I did his little thing. And while I was asleep on the night of day 21, I was visited by a little fairy. I think they're so cute when they come. And at the end of day 21, we made $4,876. Bye!